Welcome. I'm Paul Krekorian, your council member, and I'm just really so delighted to be able to welcome you here to another important day, I think, in the history of North Hollywood. Today we're really kind of celebrating the way back history, the more recent history, and the future of the NoHo Arts District and the North Hollywood community. Because as probably most of you know, but for those of you who don't, this house, the Weddington House, is the oldest house in North Hollywood. This is a house that was brought here from Illinois?
No, Iowa.
Iowa, I'm sorry, from Iowa, piece by piece, and rebuilt here as the first house in North Hollywood by the original founder of North Hollywood, Mr. Weddington. And of course, the Weddington family has been, central to the growth and development of North Hollywood ever since. And so we were really thrilled that we were able to preserve this house and keep it here as a historical treasure from North Hollywood's past, but also as a way to help provide services to the North Hollywood of today. And we now have the NoHo Arts District, and it's really important if North Hollywood is going to be what it has been, to preserve the arts in the North Hollywood Arts District. If we don't have a deep commitment to maintaining the arts here, then North Hollywood just becomes another place with cool bars and restaurants. And that's good, but it's not in the DNA of North Hollywood. The arts is what makes the NoHo Arts District so special. So that brings me to this. These incredible panels, the Futurescape mural, these panels were commissioned by the NoHo Community Forum more than 2 decades ago by local artists to commemorate the inception of the newly revitalized NoHo Arts District at that time, and the opening of the brand new NoHo Red Line station of the Metro line, the Metro's Red Line. As you all know, that was the long-awaited arrival of rail transit back to the valley, rail transit that we hadn't had since the historic Lankershim Depot closed with the last red car that left North Hollywood back in 1962 or thereabouts, the early 1960s. And from then until the Red Line opened, there had been no rail transit to the valley, to North Hollywood. So the NoHo Community Forum celebrated that event with this incredible mural. And I just want to take a moment to recognize Ken Banks, whose commitment to North Hollywood has really been without comparison. Ken was one of the founders and director of the NoHo Community Forum at that time, and those incredible panels would have been lost but for Ken and Mary Garcia. Mary Garcia couldn't be with us today, but again, Mary was one of the real founders of what we now know as the Arts District, an artist herself, and she made it her point to ensure that this became the NoHo Arts District. And so because of Ken and Mary, these were preserved in Ken's garage. So for the last 20 years, these incredible works of art have been sitting in Ken's garage just waiting for a home. Well, now they have a home, and where better than at the Historic Weddington House. So I also want to give a brief shout out to our friend Ernie Merlin, who has been, I'm looking like this. Where's Ernie? Ernie Merlin and muralism.org have been such contributors to the artistic legacy that future generations are going to enjoy because of the work that Ernie has done and everybody involved with muralism in creating new public art here in North Hollywood. Throughout North Hollywood, you see the works that muralism has done in creating new murals, incredible, you know, every place that Ernie can find a wall, pretty much, we're ready to put in new public art thanks to the artists of muralism and Ernie's leadership. And it was Ernie that arranged for this incredible framing of these murals thanks to the fabricators at Casa Mexicana. So because of that great collaborative effort, we now have this. So I want to just take a moment to recognize the folks who made this possible. And I also, of course, want to recognize the Weddington Apartments, because the preservation that Diane McCreary knows and her late husband, Guy Weddington McCreary, who fought for decades, really, to preserve this house. And originally this house was, they were talking about moving it clear out of the valley to what's the name of that place? I can't remember. To move it someplace else to be preserved. And the Weddington McCreary family said, no, this is part of North Hollywood's history. It has to remain in North Hollywood. And they fought for years and years to do that. And then came along this incredible development of the Weddington Apartments. And thankfully, as the Weddington Apartments worked with my office, we found a willing partner in the preservation of this building. They saw the value as we build the new North Hollywood of protecting the old North Hollywood as well. And so I'm so grateful to the work over many years of the Weddington Apartments in ensuring the preservation of this place and investing in the preservation of this building as well. So I want to take just a moment, if I can, Jackie, to present a few certificates. First, if I can ask Ken Banks to come on up. Let's recognize one of the founding fathers of the NoHo Arts District, Ken Banks. And I'm going to read this. It says, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, thank you for your dedication to locating an appropriate permanent home for the Futurescape mural panels, originally created to commemorate the opening of the Metro Red Line in North Hollywood. These beautiful panels, all the work of local artists, represent the great diversity and creativity of the NoHo Arts District. Let Southwest do its work, and then your perseverance on behalf of the NoHo Community Forum to partner with muralism and the Weddington Apartments has provided the ideal location for the public to enjoy these beautiful panels for many years to come. Ken, thank you and congratulations.
Very good.
Do you want to say anything about the history of this, or whatever you'd like?
Actually, this was part of a grant that we received with the forum, and it was really with the neighborhood beautification projects, and essentially it kept getting moved because there was you couldn't put the murals up because it was a moratorium, and then you found another location for it, and then anyway, multiple locations. I got it. No. Thank you. Did land face up or down?
We're good.
Okay. All right. Anyway, but they, if you see the line thing through here, that's part of the Futurescape. That's basically what it was. These are showing the development that would go in the would be the future of North Hollywood. If you look over here, there's the academy, and then all the building up around it.
And deep into the history.
Oh yeah, it was, and again, it's the local artists that did it, and that was kind of the reason we tried to save this thing. Kept trying to put it in a different place, and finally we found a home. And that's thankful for Ernie and everybody else after decades. Yeah, boy, my wife was happy when those went out.
Thanks very much, Ken. You got some more room in your garage.
Yeah, so yes, I do.
So it would be wrong if we didn't acknowledge the actual artists that created these panels. And so, and none of them are still in the area, or at least we haven't been able to find that are still in the area. But I do want to just recognize Susan Krieg, William Bill Bond, and Urban Detablan of Asian Pacific Artists, Mike Nieder, Anita Hamlin, and Spencer Twitty of Cornerstone Art Group, Gegum Kacharian and Daniel Wooser of East Valley Artists, Barbara Freeman of Friends of the Chandler Outdoor Gallery, Hector Ponce, not sure if he's related to Levi. Is he Levi's dad? Oh, okay, there we go. Juan Pueblo, Dover Abrams and Kenny McCulloch of NoHo Artists Union, Yami Kolke and Ava Porter, who were at that time North Hollywood High School students, and Adam Goodchild and Danny Levovitz of Oakwood High School as well, the artists that gave us these murals. So if they were here, we'd be giving them certs as well. So now I already spoke a little bit about Ernie Merlin and the incredible contributions that he and the artists of muralism give to North Hollywood. And now, as the executive director of muralism, he's given us this other great gift. So I want to take a moment and recognize once again, as we do so often, Ernie Merlin and muralism. Ernie?
Thank you. Can I have the muralism crew come on up, please? Well, you keep filming. Yeah. That's Jake over there. And oh, there you go. Come on up. Larry, will you come up? He's our board member. So muralism, just real quick. Muralism is about connecting people with special needs to the community through art. What we do is we hire people that have autism or Down syndrome. This crew here helps to support them, helps to encourage them and give them what they need to be able to get the work done. But then we invite all of you guys. We invite all of you to come out and paint with us. And that's really where the magic happens, when the whole community's out here painting together. So I encourage you to check out muralism.org and come paint with us. And then real quick, I wanted to talk about pulling this together. Ken's organization was closing down. We kind of merged. They helped us kind of pull the initial beginnings of muralism together. And he showed me this mural that was sitting in his garage. And I'm like, no way. And Jackie's like, we got to figure out where to put it. And we've been working now for a while to find a location. So I'm so proud that this is here. And the color that it brings to this neighborhood is fantastic. So thank you for letting us do this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ernie. Thank you, guys. Oh, and Ernie, if you would also, we don't have anybody, I don't think we have anybody from Casa Mexicana here today, do we? No. Okay, so if Ernie, you could receive their certificate on their behalf as well.
So he got taken by COVID, not taken by COVID, he got taken down by COVID. So he couldn't make it here tonight. But yeah, they did a fantastic job installing this and with a lot of love.
Yeah, it's really beautiful framing. Thank you very much. And then finally, I want to also present a certificate to the Weddington Apartments, and I'd like to ask Julian Stone Kronberg to come on up with our gratitude, Julian, for your investment in the future of North Hollywood and your commitment to the past of North Hollywood as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Krekorian. Thank you, Muralism, for putting together this great work, and we're happy to be part of this community and be fully integrated into the great North Hollywood Arts District. We look forward to being stewards of the Weddington House now and hopefully for the next 130 years. As part of that, I should also announce that we are open to the public and available for reservation. We do encourage anyone who is interested in holding an event in the house to please email theweddingtonhouse@gmail.com and just give us a couple days notice so that we're able to put the right procedures in place and please, hopefully everyone can enjoy this historic resource. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And just as we close, and I want to invite everybody to come on into the Weddington House and enjoy it. There's a lot of historic photos in there and the story of the history of the house as well. I do encourage you all to look for ways that we can really activate this house with the kinds of programmings that are appropriate for this community and for this historic resource. It is the community's resource, and we want to make the best use of it. And in that regard, I do want to just ask if Diane McCreary could please stand for a moment. Diane McCreary has been the champion of the history of North Hollywood. as I mentioned, for decades. And the intersection of Weddington and Lancashire up here is Guy Weddington McCreary Square, named after Diane's late husband, because it was the two of them really fighting for all these years that led to the preservation, not just of this house, but so many other things. The historic Lancashire Depot, the Campo de Coenga, so many other things that are critical to the history of this area has been because of Diane's stewardship and leadership. So Diane, thank you very, very much. And I also want to take a moment to thank the NoHo Neighborhood Council. Paula Cantu and Wendy Keel are here. Thank you for your sponsorship of today's event, and thank you for your continuing leadership in North Hollywood as well. So with that, thank you very much for being here, everybody, and come on in and enjoy the, oh, I guess we're going to cut a ribbon for the mural first. Once we do that, feel free to enjoy some refreshments inside the house.
Can I just say, while I prepare this, if we can get everybody, because it's no fun to just see, you know, us cutting it. If you guys could line up behind us here, we'd love you all in this historic picture.
Absolutely.
Please.